When you watch a Formula One race, you see drivers screaming on the radio that their tires are dead. You see rubber shedding off the wheels like confetti, and commentators talking about Pirelli struggling to build a tire that can handle the modern downforce of an F1 car. It makes Pirelli look kind of bad, right? Like they just can't quite figure out how to make a tire last. Well, what if I told you that everything you know about F1 tires is a total illusion? Pirelli isn't struggling at all. In fact, they are entirely capable of building a tire that could last an entire race distance at maximum speed without losing a single fraction of a second of grip, but they are strictly forbidden from doing it. The truth is, F1 tires are deliberately engineered to self-destruct, and the reason why is a dark secret of sports entertainment. To understand the lie, we have to go back to the mid-2000s. Back then, tire companies like Bridgestone and Michelin were in a total war. Their only goal? Make the fastest, most indestructible tire possible. And they succeeded. They built tires that were bulletproof. Parading alone miles ahead of everyone else, drivers didn't have to worry about wear. But there was a massive problem. The racing became incredibly boring. Because the tires never wore out, cars didn't need to pit for fresh rubber. Strategy died. Overtaking plummeted. Whoever qualified on pole position basically won the race by default. Driving around in a glorious, unbothered circle for an hour and a half. Fans started turning off their TVs. Formula One was dying of boredom. So, in 2011, the FIA, the governing body of F1, went to Pirelli with a highly confidential, incredibly bizarre assignment. They said, "We want you to be our sole tire supplier, but you have to promise us you will build terrible tires." Okay, terrible isn't the technical word. The technical term is targeted thermal degradation. Pirelli's engineers were ordered to scientifically program a physical cliff into the rubber compound. This means the tire works perfectly for, say, 15 laps. But the moment it hits lap 16, the chemical compounds inside the rubber literally give up. The tire doesn't just wear down gradually like the tires on your road car. It hits a thermal wall and instantly loses seconds of performance. This isn't a failure of engineering. It is an engineering masterpiece. Think about how hard it is to design a product that is perfectly safe at 200 miles per hour, but programmed to chemically degrade on a precise schedule. Why do this? Because it creates an artificial entertainment mechanic. It creates the undercut and the overcut. It forces teams to play a high-stakes game of chess. Do we pit early for fresh rubber and gain speed, or do we nurse these dying tires to try a one-stop strategy? When you hear a driver screaming that their tires are gone, they aren't exposing a flaw in Pirelli's manufacturing. They are reacting exactly to the script the FIA wrote for them. The drama, the tension, the frantic radio calls, it's all generated by a tire that was born to die. Pirelli willingly takes the public heat and the memes about their frail tires, all to ensure that your Sunday afternoon broadcast has overtaking, pit stop errors, and strategic chaos. So, the next time you see an F1 car sliding all over the track because its tires have fallen off the cliff, remember, you aren't watching a component failing. You're watching a multi-million-dollar piece of precision engineering doing exactly what it was brainwashed to do. The tires are a lie. But, honestly, it makes the racing a whole lot better. If you learned something new today, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments, do you think F1 should stick to these entertainment tires, or should they go back to indestructible rubber and let the drivers push flat out? See you in the next one.